At 12 years old, she had never spoken a single word. While others laughed and judged her, she carried a secret that could change everything. But how do you tell the truth when you have no voice? This is the story of Ada.
Ada was 12 years old. She was an orphan. She had no parents, no relatives, no one to call her own. Only the old orphanage where she lived with many other children. Ada was very beautiful. Her eyes were bright, her skin smooth, and her smile gentle. But she had one great problem. She could not talk. From the day she was born, not a single word had ever come out of her mouth. Because of this, the other children avoided her. They said she was strange. They called her cursed. Nobody wanted her as friend. Everybody looked down on her. Nobody truly loved Ada. But what they did not know was this. Ada was very smart, smarter than most of them. Quietly, she fixed broken things, arranged shelves, cleaned hidden corners, and solved small problems around the orphanage without anyone noticing. Yet, whenever something good happened, someone else took the praise. And when Ada tried to explain with her hands or by writing on paper, they laughed. She just wants attention. She didn't do anything, they said. Her silence became a heavy burden. Many nights Ada cried herself to sleep, feeling lonely, unwanted, and forgotten. Ada was also a talented artist. She loved to draw. When she was much younger, she tried to show people what she could create, but no one ever paid attention to her. The children her age would always tear whatever she drew. If she tried to report it to the older ones, they would only laugh at her because of the sound she made while trying to speak. This always broke her heart. Then she would run off into the woods and cry bitterly, feeling unwanted and forgotten. From that day on, she decided to keep her talent to herself. She would go to the woods where no one could see her and draw beautiful pictures in silence. With no one to praise her or encourage her, she spent most of her time drawing and reading. No one truly cared for her. She was always alone, trapped in her quiet world. So one day, as usual, she went to the forest. She sat under a tree and enjoyed the peaceful sound of nature while she was drawing. The wind whispered through the leaves, and for a moment she felt calm and safe. Suddenly, she heard loud screaming from a distance. Her heart jumped in fear. She stood up quietly and looked around, trying to find where the noise was coming from. Then she saw a man carrying a girl on his shoulder, with another man walking beside him. Her body froze in shock. Suddenly, the man angrily dropped the girl on the ground and began attacking her harshly with a piece of wood. Ada could not believe what she was seeing. Her hands started shaking. Her breath became heavy. The sight terrified her. Her legs became weak. She staggered backward, almost falling. Then suddenly, the man turned around to make sure no one was watching. That was when he saw Ada. Their eyes met. At that moment, Ada felt her whole world collapse. She fell to the ground in fear. They both recognized each other. Terrified, Ada jumped up and started running with all her strength. The man chased after her, but she was smart and fast enough to escape. She hid quietly among the trees and bushes, holding her breath and praying he would not find her. When he could not find her, he gave up and went back. He picked up the girl who was barely alive and left the forest. That day, Ada's life changed forever. Ada remained there, unable to come out. Fear held her down like heavy chains. She was scared of being caught. Her heart was beating fast, and her body was shaking. She could not believe what she had just witnessed. Although she did not clearly see the girl's face or the face of the other man with him, she knew very well who the man carrying the girl was. It was Amadi, the richest man in their town and the main sponsor of the orphanage home. Amadi was a respected and prestigious man. Everyone admired him. He was rich, kind, and generous. His wife and children had passed away a long time ago, so he lived alone in a large mansion. He built schools, created job opportunities for people, and often gave money to those in need. He was known as a helper to many. All of this made Ada begin to doubt what she had seen. For a long time, there had been many cases of missing children in the town. Whenever a child went missing, Amadi would visit the family, comfort them, and give them some money before leaving. This made people respect him even more. But after what Ada had just witnessed, her heart began to question everything. She started to wonder if Amadi was the one responsible for those missing children. Suddenly, she stood up and ran out of the forest as fast as she could. Her legs felt weak, but fear pushed her forward. When she finally reached the orphanage, she stopped in shock. The person sitting beside the caretaker was no other than Amadi himself. And in that moment, Ada realized her life was no longer safe.